We are going to take a look at the top 5 upgrades to do to your Traxxas two-wheel drive vehicles, and that's coming up next here on Just CB Motors. First off, I want to say all these upgrades can be done with all your Traxxas two-wheel drive vehicles. That includes the Stampede, the Rustler, the Bandit, and the Slash two-wheel drive. This will work on all of those. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to look at is going to be on the front of the vehicle, and this also goes to the rear. We got our plastic shocks here from Traxxas. Now when you get these ready to run, they come with a plastic shock cap also. Now what happens is when you're jumping or you're crashing, the threads pull apart and then these pop off and they leak fluid everywhere. Makes a huge mess. When you go to these aluminum caps from Traxxas, that helps those threads stay together, and it's much more enjoyable because your shocks aren't coming apart while you're jumping or crashing, and they hold together a lot better. The second part I highly advise upgrading is on the front suspension here. You can see the caster block here, and I got this one switched out with an RPM. RPM makes stronger plastic parts than what the Traxxas ones are. Traxxas also makes aluminum ones, and those are pretty good too. But what happens is they usually in a wreck, they end up cracking right across there, and then you're done for the day because your caster box broke. So these RPM ones and the aluminum Traxxas ones are a very nice upgrade. The third thing I recommend, and we're sticking with the front suspension here, is the steering knuckle here. As you can see, I got an RPM one here. I really like RPM products. They work real well. But Traxxas also makes an aluminum version of this too. And usually what happens is right across here they crack and break, and then you don't have no steering. Those happen on some good impacts on the front from jumping and bashing. So I'm also going to do an honorable mention while we're up here. Honorable mention is right here, the bearings. These come with bushings in them. So if you go with the RPM ones, you can upgrade your bearings while you got it out. Or if you do get the Traxxas aluminum ones, they cost a little bit more, but they're well worth it because they'll come with the bearings. So you won't have to worry about buying the bearings extra if you go with the aluminum Traxxas ones. Now on number 4 here, we move back to the rear suspension. And what I'm at here is the rear bearing carrier. And you can see once again, I got RPM on this. Once again, RPM makes the better plastic one and Traxxas makes an aluminum one. And also on the rear with the Traxxas aluminum ones, they do come with bearings also. Both of them are a great upgrade. Once again, a side impact on the tire or anything snaps it right across here, and then you're out because your tire just flops on over. So another great upgrade, the rear bearing carrier. Now for number 5, we're moving back to the front, and the thing I recommend changing is the servo. Traxxas electronics to me aren't the greatest. They'll work for you, but like their ESCs end up going out kind of quick. Their servos are weak, and a lot of times they don't last long. This one I highly recommend. I've got 2 of these. I got one in my RC crawler too. These are the Zosky 35 kg servos. They're waterproof. They're metal geared. They take a beating. And like I said before, these things go through mud, snow, sand, water. I put my trucks into everything. I like playing with them. And these servos right here, they can handle all of it, and I've never had an issue with one. So there you have it, my top 5 upgrades for your Traxxas two-wheel drive vehicle. To me, if you do a lot of hardcore bashing, jumping, racing, anything that you're going to put a lot of stress on, and also running into cold will snap all these parts too. A lot of these parts that I changed out was during the winter time, snapping them. Because like I said, I run these in the snow and stuff. And these so far, all the improvements I've made and upgrades have worked out perfect on this truck. Like I also said, the Traxxas aluminum upgrades, they work good too. Great products. So as always, I'll leave links down below to all the parts that I have on my truck. If you want to, you can go through my links and then search for the Traxxas aluminum ones too, because they'll pop up on Amazon also. Amazon is a great place if you don't have a hobby store by you to get parts. They carry a bunch of different things. Well, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will see you all on the next one.